Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. This video is part of the YouTube series that I'm making called Zero to Hero Business Central. In this series, I already uploaded few videos on my YouTube channel. In this particular video, we are going to learn about string functions in Business Central. So there are a lot of string functions that are available on strings or text or code in Business Central that can be used to perform operations on strings. For example, you can make use of string functions to work with strings like text or code. AL supports number of string functions. Like in here you can see I have pointed out many string functions that we can use on the string. For example, we can use string position, index of, copy string, substring, select string, split, insert string, string length, maximum string length, lowercase, uppercase, two lower or two upper, or increment a string. So basically these are some of the functions that we are going to see in action in code, but there are other functions also available which are available in .NET string class. These procedures or these functions are directly available in Business Central and you don't have to do any interoperability for them. For example, contains, ends with index of any, split, start with, etc. etc. We are going to see these particular functions and how they actually impact the string that we have. So as written over here, AL also supports .NET procedures which are available in .NET string class. So now let us actually see that in code in action. So if you see, I have employee setup page, and in employee setup page, I already created one action button, also created one procedure in employee operations code unit. If you come over here, we have employee operations code unit, and in employee operations code unit, you can see I have one procedure called string functions, and this procedure is getting called from here from the employee setup page. So now let us actually see all the string functions that we outlined in here, which are string position and index of, and all these other functions which are available on string. So let me go to my Visual Studio Code, and now let us actually uncomment this particular code over here. Here you can see basically I have a text variable in which I put some value hello Business Central. So all of these is text. So that's why we are putting that in the text variable. And in here you can see I have a substring called business. And in here I'm actually trying to find out the position. So where actually the substring starts. So firstly we need to give the main variable value, which is this text, and in here we have substring called business over here, and we are trying to find where this substring actually starts, or the position of the substring in the main string. So that's what we are doing: position of the substring, %1 substring, %2 position. So basically we are using the string position, and it actually returns an integer value. See, searches for the first occurrence of substring inside a string. So the occurrence is happening over here. That is, if I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the occurrence of B is happening, or business is happening at index 8. So let me actually publish this and let us actually see that in action itself. So now if I go to Business Central again, let me do the refresh, and now let me actually click on string functions. Now here you can see position of substring business is 8. So basically the position that we are starting the business is at the index 8, so it is going to give us the value 8. So let me now actually comment this code out, and let me actually uncomment this particular code. In here again we are doing the same thing, but now we are actually trying to find out the index of specific characters in a particular string. So for example, we have hello Business Central and we have a simple text u, and we are trying to actually find out the index of u. So if you see, in u is happening at the index of 9. So let me actually see that. Here you can see I am getting, this is the text var, this is the main string that we have. On that particular string we are now using index of. So here you can see it reports the one based index of the first occurrence of the specified string in this instance. So it is going to actually return the index of this particular simple text, which is u, in the main text, which is text var. So let me actually publish this and let us now see that in action. So let me publish it by Control F5, And now let me go to my BC and let me actually refresh this once. And now let me click on string functions. Now here you can see index of the character u is 9, because that u is occurring at the index 9 in the main string that we have. So let me actually comment this out as well. And now let us actually see other functions that are available. So firstly, let us actually see this copy string. So if you come over here, we have copy string and substring. So basically this actually copies the string. So in here you can see I have text var, which is my main string, and in the new string that we are going to create, we are copying the values starting at the index 17, and we are copying 7 values. So the 17 index is this, starts at C, and we are going to copy 7 values, that is till L. So and once the string is copied, we are going to send that string to new string, because the return type of copy string is a text, copies a substring of any length from a specified position in a string to a new string. So basically it is going to copy from 17 7 characters, and it is going to send that in the new string. So let me actually publish this, and now let us see how that actually looks in the UI. So now let me go to my business central and let me actually refresh this, and now let us actually click on string functions. Here you can see extracted substring central. So basically what it is doing is from 17th character it is going to copy 7 characters. So you can see this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So till L it copied. So that is copy string. And let us now see the substring. So let us actually uncomment this particular code. Here also we need to give the starting index until how many characters we wanted to copy. So here also we are again doing the same thing. We are actually copying from the index 17 7 characters. So that is again going to give us the central. So let me go to business central and let me refresh this again, and now let me actually click on this string functions. Here also you can see extracted substring central. Now let me actually go to my Visual Studio Code, and in here I am going to comment this out, and let us actually see the remaining functions. Now here you can see I have one more string variable comma separated string. In this particular string I have put the value apple, banana, cherry, date, and in here I'm actually going to select the string that is actually occurring at the second place in a comma separated value. So here you can see this particular string is a comma separated string. Basically after apple we have comma, then banana, after that we have comma, then cherry, after that we have comma, then date. So the second one is this one in a comma separated value. So select string basically retrieves a substring from a comma separated string. So basically this is a comma separated string, and in that particular string we are actually retrieving the second value in the comma separated string. So we are going to see that in action. So let me actually publish this and let us see how that actually looks in the UI. So it should basically return as this banana into the new string, and we are actually showing that string. So let me go to my business central and let me actually refresh this and let us see how that looks. So if I click on here, you can see selected string is banana, because banana is the second value in a comma separated string. So that's how we can use comma separated strings with select string. Now let me actually go to new function, which is split. So again it is going to split the particular comma separated string based on a collection of separators. So in here the separator is actually comma, but we can also have different types of separators, like for example we can have quotes or any type of separator that actually separates two values. So here we again have comma separated string which is separated by comma for each value. So we are going to use split, and you can see split actually returns list of text. So basically it is going to split the comma separated string by the separator which is comma, and it is actually going to return those values in the form of a list. So basically if I wanted to get the second value, or let's say if I wanted to get the first value of this particular comma separated string, I can actually use, first I am going to split this particular string, and after that once I split the string it is going to give me list of text, and from that list of text I can choose whichever one I want. Here particularly I'm retrieving the first value. So let me actually publish this and let us see how that actually looks in the UI. So let me publish this, and now let me go to my business central. Let me refresh this once, and now let me actually click on string functions. Here now you can see second string is apple. Sorry, we did not actually change this to first. This is a simple message. Now if I publish this, it should give us first string is apple. So let me go to business central again. Now let me refresh this once, and now let me actually click on string functions. Here you can see first string is apple. So basically, if you wanted to separate the, or if you wanted to get a list from a comma separated or from a string which is actually separated by using any separator, you can use the split. So basically, let me comment this code out and let us go to the next particular function, which is actually insert string. Now in here you can see, if you wanted to insert a particular string inside another string, you can use insert string. So we have my long string which is presented to continue, and we wanted to actually insert from place 13 or escape into this particular string. So basically it should say press enter or exit escape to continue. So basically we wanted to insert this from position 13 to this particular string. So let me actually publish this and let us actually see how that actually looks in the UI. Here you can see insert the substring into a string. So basically this is a substring and it is going to insert into the main string, which is my long string, starting from the position 13. So let me actually publish this and let us see how that looks. Let me go to business central and let me refresh this once, and now let us actually click on string functions. Here you can see press enter or escape to continue. So basically it has inserted this or escape from position 13 into this my long string. So basically that is insert string. And now let us actually see the other functions, which are these functions: string length, max string length. So basically let me just comment this out and let us actually just see string length. So basically bc string, we have a variable in here which is the max length of this particular bc string is 100, but we wanted to actually find out the length of this particular string. So it is going to return us what is the length of this particular string, not the maximum length. Maximum length is again 100, but we just wanted to see how many characters are in that particular string. So let me actually publish this and let us see how that actually looks in the UI. So now let me go to business central and let me refresh this once, and now let me click on string functions. Here you can see length is 24 because all the characters in here are till the position 24, so the length is 24. But if I wanted to see the maximum length, I can just use max string length function, and it is going to retrieve, or it is going to return me the max string length, which is 100, because we can store 100 character values in this particular string. So let me go to my business central again. Let me refresh this once and let me actually click on string functions, and in here you can see max length is 100. So basically it has given me the max length. So let me comment this out and let me actually go to the new functions that we have, which are uppercase and lowercase. So basically this will convert the hello business central to all uppercase. This is going to convert the hello business central to all lowercase. So let us actually see that in action. So first we should get hello business central in all caps, and second we should get hello business central in all lower caps. So let me go to business central again. Let me refresh this and let us actually click on string functions, and in here you can see uppercase, we are getting all the letters in uppercase, and in here you can see if we are getting all the letters in lowercase. We also have the same functions, but now they are called directly on the string variable. So this is also going to do the same thing, so we are not going to see them. And now let me just actually comment this out, and let me actually also comment this particular code, and let us now see increment string. Now here you can see we have a string text. Inside string text we have account number 99. 99 is an integer, and if you wanted to increment the value of the integer which is present in the string, you can use increment string. So basically what it does, increases the last positive number or decreases the last negative number inside a string by 1. So let us actually see that in action, and we are going to find out the difference also with an example. But first let me actually publish this and let us see how that actually looks in the UI. So it should, if I increment the value of 99 by 1, it should actually give me account number 100. So let me go to my business central and let me actually refresh this. And now let me actually click on string functions, and in here you can see account number 100. And let me actually go in here and let me type one more thing called account number 99. Money is like let's say $10 we have. Basically, as per the definition of increase string, it should actually increment the value of last integer in that particular string by 1. So we have a positive integer. So let us actually see if it says account number 99, money is 11, it should actually do that. So let me publish this and let us see how that actually looks in the UI. So let me just go to business central again, let me refresh this once, and now let me click on string functions. Here you can see account number 99, money is $11. Basically it is going to actually increment the last value. If this is a negative value, it is going to do the decrement. So basically it should now say money is minus $11. So let me actually publish this. Minus 10 minus 1 is basically minus 11. So let me actually go to business central again. Now let me refresh this once, and now let me click on string functions. Now here you can see account number 99, money is minus $11. So basically, those are the string functions that are available on a string variable in Business Central AL. We also have, as we see, other .NET functions which are available in .NET string class in .NET. Those are also available directly in AL, and we can actually use them like contain, sends with, index of. Like we have seen some of the functions, two lower, two upper. These are actually from .NET string class. So that's all that we have in this particular video. If you like this video, you should consider subscribing to my channel. I'll be uploading more videos in this particular series called Zero to Hero Business Central. If you don't want to miss them, you should definitely consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you.